Hi, my name is Aiden and I'm here with my partner Alex, and today we're in San Diego, California, home of the USS Midway. This ship was a symbol of political power and military might, and today we're going to learn more about the story and why aircraft carriers are so powerful and why the United States has so many of them.
The USS Midway was one of America's biggest wartime innovations. It was originally designed near the beginning of World War II, but wasn't completed until 1 week after the war officially ended. From the time of its creation until 1955, it was the biggest ship in the world. It was so large it couldn't even pass through the Panama Canal. It served in Vietnam, Korea, and Operation Desert Storm, just to name a few. It was a revolutionary piece of technology that became one of the centerpieces of the American naval force, until it was finally decommissioned in 1992. During its active service, it went through one major upgrade, the changing of the flight deck. Instead of having a straight flight deck for takeoff and landing, there was a diagonal deck added onto the carrier for landing specifically. Although the Midway missed World War II, it has still seen some pretty big action. One such instance was during the Vietnam War. It was stationed off the coast, and the aircraft ran flight ops, but they're also there when America began to retreat.
Come across as a menacing hunk of metal. It strikes fear in the hearts of their opponents. It is a show of force. The ability to send a squadron of aircraft carriers anywhere from anywhere at any given time. These carriers the appearance of a brute force that will do what they please. If they anchor you in your country's port, usually that's the aim of what the carrier and its superiors are trying to do. They want to show you that they're interested in what your country is up to. For example, with the recent political events between North Korea and USA. There once was an instance in which 3 U.S. aircraft carriers were situated in the North Korean peninsula for naval exercises. This of course set everyone on edge, especially the North Koreans. They started to get really scared and worried and ended up taking it as a direct threat to their country. Now, although aircraft carriers seem like they can take down anything that comes their way, but really their only strength is in their air wings and battleship escorts. The ship itself is pretty close to defenseless. It's a huge ship that is quite slow, and it's a giant target for opposing forces. The hardest part for enemies is reaching the ship. Typical formations have the battleships and cruisers surrounding the aircraft carrier using the air wing as a cover in the case of a battle. They carry supplies and other necessities for the ship and its crew. They're pretty much the shield carrier. If those go, the carrier is pretty much doomed in the case of a battle. But because of their reputation as being a big representation of a powerful navy, military, and country, they become the accenture of their country's views and almost their ambassadors to other countries. They are a hub of politics and humanitarianism. In America's case, they have had many instances where they have become safe havens for refugees and other people seeking asylum.
They usually carry helicopters that sometimes run SEAL operations and various other highly classified scenarios. They have even been used in some popular books as being the base of operations for political and military needs. One example is in the New York Times bestseller The Hunt for Red October by Tom Clancy. The main character, Jack Ryan, uses an aircraft in the Atlantic Ocean to facilitate a Russian submarine crew's mutiny from its home country, Russia. Aircraft carriers are also not cheap. The newest American carrier cost $12.8 billion just to construct. That's not even counting their general upkeep, maintenance, or any repairs or upgrades the ship might need in the future. That's a ton of money, just to show how powerful a country is. America currently has 11 carriers in service, while every other country with carriers has either 1 or 2 right now. Because of the sheer number of ships, America has proven itself to be thought of as the world's most powerful navy, which in turn strikes fear in the hearts of their enemies, which gives hope and reassurance to their allies. Now, aircraft carriers do seem pretty cool, especially if you know that it won't harm you, but they do show you just how powerful and rich a country can be. Aircraft carriers have the representation of a strong military force. It shows everyone that the country has a reach across the entire globe. If there is one step out of line, they'll come crashing down. It keeps everyone in check. It's also a beacon of humanitarianism, especially in the case of America. The carriers give the representation that if you're on them, you are safe. If you're an ally, then you are safe, for the most part. Aircraft carriers have become the ever-watchful naval eye. They have become the big brother, watching over everyone on the sea and on coastlines.